Ngezi. Yeah. The one and only.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode with the real Ngeti himself. Today I just want to talk about effective communicating effectively. I've noticed that a lot of times people say that yes, I do communicate, but as much as you do communicate, your communication isn't effective. Okay, I'll be speaking about things that I've seen in my life. I've had a problem of not being able to communicate efficiently. By efficiently, what do I mean? I'll be wanting to say one thing, but during the process of communication, I end up saying another thing. And I won't lie, this will cause a lot of problems with people. It will ruin your relationships. Okay, so before we actually get deep into the whole video, we should understand what is communication first. And that communication is the imparting or exchanging of any information by a use of any channel. And when you understand this, you will get to realize that it is not just about how, okay, what am I saying? It is not just about how we speak, but the mannerisms, how you hold yourself when you speak. Okay, so I will give this example. Earlier on this year, I will not mention names. I will not go into detail of exposing people, but there's this incident that I got involved in, of which this incident could have been resolved earlier if, one, had I spoken up sooner, had I spoken up what I was feeling sooner. At times we feel like, okay, let me be the bigger person and just keep quiet. But being the bigger person is not always rewarding. Being the bigger person at times will leave you with scars. It will leave you emotionally drained at times. You know, it's not always about being right, but you should be able to express yourself properly. Don't get into this thing whereby you don't know how to express yourself. If you're not happy with something, say it. Don't sugarcoat things. Don't go looking for a new way to go around things. Just say it as it is. Say it as it is. So, as I was saying, earlier on this year, I was helping a brother with the recording of the podcast on my phone, because I was like, okay, we're all university students, let us help each other grow. But during the process of this, at the beginning of the whole ordeal, I didn't let the person know that, okay, I'm only doing this out of my free time, firstly. Secondly, when I'm doing this, you don't pressure me. I didn't let them know my schedule. I didn't communicate effectively. And later on, as the semester went, it kind of became my problem for not being the one who communicated first. As the person now felt like I was depriving them of achieving their dream. Okay, I thought I was helping the person, but had I communicated earlier and sooner and better, the person was going to understand that no, I'm actually helping the person, because I thought that the person would see that I'm helping them. But that's one thing that you have to realize, that not everyone sees the way that you see. Not everyone thinks the way that you think. And just by realizing this, it will force you to actually express yourself. Because if everyone thought the same way, would behave the same way, there'll be no reason for people to be fights. The reason why there's conflict is because people cannot communicate effectively and efficiently. Okay, so to the person that is asking, how do I communicate effectively? How do I become a better communicator? The best way to become a better communicator is by learning to listen. Learn to listen. Learn to ask better questions. Because by learning to listen, you're showing that you're at a higher state of mind. You don't just have to spew Like there's this one, it's a proverb or a phrase that says, fools always have something to say. Yeah, and it is very true. Like if you're foolish, you'll always be spouting nonsense. You never have time to listen, because from listening you get to learn and you get to see the other viewpoint of the person. And when you see the viewpoint of the person, then you can also express yourself after listening. And then, okay, listen, you're able to get a clear message of what the person is saying. Okay, people might be asking, what are the characteristics of effective communication? How do I know that I communicate effectively? When you look at your message, or when you look at your relationships with anyone, when you speak, your message should be clear, it should be concise, it should be coherent, it should be concrete. We've got this, your message should be concrete. We have this problem of whereby we are wishy-washy, gray areas. We've got a lot of gray areas, and it even goes into our communication, whereby we no more express ourselves, how should I say, properly. We're within the lines of say maybe, I don't know. Those words, I don't know and maybe, will cause a lot of problems for you. They've caused a lot of problems for me. I don't know about anyone else there, but if they have, just drop in the chat. Yeah, because I know they do. They cause a lot of problems. And when you remove these gray areas, try be concrete. When you've made up your mind, stick with what you're saying. Don't just be wish-washy, dilly-dally. No. Do what you're going to say, and say what you know you're going to do. That's the whole idea of effective communication. Like, it's, how should I say, express yourself in a complete way. Don't express yourself, don't give 50%. What you want to say it as it is, even if it's hurtful. A lot of times we've got this problem whereby we don't want to hurt the next person's feelings, but by not hurting the next person's feelings, we end up hurting our own feelings. And you can't assume that everyone knows what you want. No one knows what you want. Only you know what you want, and nobody will know what you want until you say what you want. And that is a big thing that I've actually been learning. Because I don't think I'm an effective communicator yet, but I'm getting there. I'm learning. That's the thing. You have to introspect, see what is wrong with what I'm doing, what do I have to change about the way that I speak. Is it that I make a lot of promises and then I under-deliver? If you see that, then you have to change. Okay, I think I over-communicate, then I don't deliver the part. Communication as I said, say what you're going to do and do what you're going to say. You shouldn't say one thing and then your life is going to act in the other way. No, it brings a sense of hypocrisy and seriousness. Yeah. So I hope this really helps someone, because a lot of people, especially at our age, at my age, they're not confident enough to express themselves. And the sooner that you realize that only you are holding yourself back by not actually saying what you want and going for what you want. I've realized this. I've missed a lot of opportunities just because I was shy and I didn't know how to express myself or communicate effectively. One thing I will say is that at the end of the day, it's you that's going to sleep in your house. It's you who's like, if someone doesn't give you food or give you like water or pay for your fees or tuition or anything, then they've got no right to like, how should I say, impact on how you think or what you say. Only you have got the keys to what you say. And they say freedom of speech. That's why it's freedom. It's free. No one should stop you from expressing yourself freely. And it's something that you have to actually teach yourself. That no. I've been someone who's been shy, but how do I stop being shy to someone who to someone who communicates effectively? Because a lot of people, we we miss opportunities, not because we don't have the skills, not because we don't have the criteria of what is needed for that certain position or what you want to do, but because you can't just express yourself properly. And another thing I've noticed is that when you know how to communicate effectively, you don't need to speak every time. Because when you do speak, that one or two words that you say, they carry so much value, they carry so much weight, and that's how it should be. Try make your words carry value. Make your words carry value. Exactly. Don't just spout nonsense. Because if I'm used to knowing that, okay, every time this guy speaks, he's gonna be speaking rubbish. Whenever I hear him, I'm already, my brain switches off. So it even shuts off blessings that are supposed to come to you through other people, because they don't know that, okay, this guy, he just speaks nonsense. He doesn't speak anything that edifies. So try to be someone who communicates in ways that edify the next person, and don't bring people down. Like, a lot of people, they say, okay, I communicate effectively, but in reality, they know how to throw shade. Like, that's what they're best at. They're professional haters. Like, they're hating like they're getting paid to hate. And that is another area that you should remove. Because if I see that, okay, this brother of mine here, he can't, or this sister of mine here, anytime she has something to say, it's negative, I will remove myself from you immediately. Like, I don't want a negative environment. I don't want anything that brings me down. And that's one thing you should realize about people. No one wants to have to be in a negative environment, because it messes up your chances of growth, and it's emotionally and mentally draining. So another thing I will say, try the way that you communicate. Try communicate in a way that is positive, and speak less negative connotations, even to yourself. When you speak to yourself, I feel like effective communication begins with you being able to speak to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Don't beat around the bush. When you're concretely honest with yourself, and when your message to yourself is complete and concrete, and you do what you're going to say, that means whoever comes your way is going to get the same same version of you. The problem is that a lot of times we're trying to have different versions of ourselves with different people. So this person comes, I give them this version. This person comes, I give them this version. And what that does at the end of the day, there's no consistency there's no consistency in the character that you're building. Because if someone asks about you from a different person, they'll hear a different story. If they go ask about you from someone else, they hear a different story. Of which it shouldn't be like that. I can't be saying, okay, when I'm speaking to Monji, I'm speaking about business. Or when I'm speaking to this guy, I'm lying about something else. No. If I'm going to be speaking to Monji, let me speak directly with them, and let me be honest with them. If Monji does something that I don't like, I should be able to call him and say, hey Monji, bro, what you did here, I don't like it. And that is one thing people fail. They feel we are afraid to disappoint. Don't be afraid to disappoint people. Because at the end of the day, they don't buy your food. They don't buy you clothes. They don't clothe you. They don't feed you. And they're not there when you go to sleep. It's only you that's there for you. So never be afraid to disappoint people. I feel like that's why we are afraid to communicate effectively. That's what stops a lot of people from communicating effectively. It's the fear of disappointing other people. And once you've mastered that, at the end of the day, it's just me. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to help you become better. You will know what you want, and you use your words to get what you want. Yeah, I really hope any person that is in any high position, they know how to express themselves freely without the fear of being looked down at, without the fear of what the next person will say. For instance, look at the great, let's just give examples of people that are currently living. Presidents. president will come up and say, okay, those guys, they do lie at times, but they are able to express themselves in a way that you can see what the person is saying and you're able to believe into the vision. Okay, when you express yourself, when you communicate effectively, you allow the next person to believe in what you're saying or to believe in the vision of what you're telling them. Don't just, you should be able to sell a dream with your words. Yeah, and your words are powerful. I feel like I've spouted a lot of nonsense, but I really hope this helps someone, because this thing of communicating effectively is something I'm actually still learning. Like, it is going to change lives once you learn that. Don't be afraid to disappoint people with your words. Words are meant to actually express how you feel, and yeah.